zipper is broken. He made water like 4 degrees colder in the pool. So first few hundred is gonna be cold. We decided like what is the reason for this marathon. Initially I was thinking it's just gonna be something selfish for my own, and my coach offered to raise some money for the youth sports in California. And since me and Anton were running our own youth triathlon team, we decided to raise money for the team, buy equipment, and provide scholarships for those kids who don't have money. So this setup, one is Telegram, it's for my Russian friends and family, and they can see what's going on over here, like follow me a little bit along the way. And it's 9 p.m. over there, so not everybody's gonna watch it, of course, but anyway, at least at the beginning. And that one is YouTube, so people can join and see obviously what's going on, and hopefully we can raise a little bit more money within the next 12 hours. But yeah, quite simple idea, just to share the journey, and share the pain.
I know which one I would rather do, but we are going to be, hanging out in lane 1 today. You guys can send us all your good shoes while you're doing it. Lane 6 is going to be my flex lane, so we're going to be pushing everyone over.
Take an extra top. We're on the tops and the bottom.
Got it.
Okay.
Back row?
Yeah, you know what? I think it has a little pressure on the shoulders.
Happy birthday, also.
You didn't actually. Okay, smart.
Well, because I can't, otherwise my stroke gets set. Yeah. And so cut it off.
All right.
All right.
One.
I know. But that's a lot more work. Come on, Marilyn.
You gotta pace him. What Alexi's doing is incredible. It's absolutely impressive. I cannot imagine what it would take mentally and physically to swim 26 miles in a 25-yard pool. I was trying to figure out how many laps that is and how many flip turns that is, and I simply can't imagine it. It's unfathomable. The fact that I've known him for about 5 years, and he was just such an incredible athlete and such a nice, dedicated individual. I'm actually pretty inspired by this. I would say he's really, motivating a lot of people, including myself, to swim more and pay attention on the road because of his accident and what happened to him and his path to recovery. The fact that he's doing this in just a few years after he was struck, it's pretty incredible. So I would consider it really inspiring, exceptional. There are very few people in the world that could do this, and that it's here in Menlo Park at Burgess Pool is impressive. So to watch him do this, to help out, it's an honor. So I'm truly appreciative of having Alexi around. He's a great teacher, a great swimmer, and a very, very wonderful human being. So I think he's a great guy.
А, здесь, скорее всего, говорят по-русски. Probably here is for Telegram, right? Наверное, вы говорите по-русски. 12 тысяч ярдов Леха уже проплыл. Это чуть больше 10 километров. Сделал 2 перерыва. Все окей, пока идет. Но я еще с ним не разговаривал. Окей, guys, 12,000 almost done. It's slightly more than 10k. 12 тысяч ярдов, чуть больше 10 километров.
Hey,
Okay,
students
keep
are
going.
applauding.
But I love to watch them swim. But I remember going into Tim. I go, Tim, keep going, keep going. I'm gonna come back here at 6 o'clock.
Как меня видно, как меня слышно.
Туалет.
Давай, Леха.
Bathroom break. Ты музончик слушаешь? Что слушаешь?
Как самочувствие?
Пока еще нормально.
Забился.
Еще пятерка, я плакать начну.
Ты ешь по плану все? Зачем? Надо не забывать, Леха, есть. Я не каждый час вот. Окей.
Oh my golly.
46 hours.
12 hours, is that right?
Something
Should
like
be
that,
around
you
12,
know.
yeah.
How many calories do you think he needs to do this?
Like, I think it's like kind of Ironman, 10,000 calories.
I think it's more.
It must be more. 10,000 is.
He said 3 pounds of sugar. He's gonna consume 3 pounds of sugar today.
Yeah,
So-
that's a lot. A lot. All of them.
15,750, я думаю.
Okay.
Это, можешь мне остатки в одну бутылку слить?
Остатки
Я вижу
воды?
просто... Нет, я вот их не допиваю, просто в одну слить.
А, окей.
Все, еще пятерка, и веселье кончится. Почему? Мне кажется, размялся.
Okay, Alexa. Carry on.
Это босс, я так понимаю.
Красавчики, вы, кстати, можете поздравить Леху с днем рождения. Вы не знаете, что у него сегодня день рождения? Вот я вам голосом докладываю.
already helps so much.
So far.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know when you hit 120.
Сейчас на 20 будет. It's okay so far. It's getting worse. Сложно плыть медленно, когда плавать было.
По 1.15 нормально идет.
Леха, let's go. Леха, halfway.
Keep it up.
Let's go.
No, I'm good.
I'm about to swim, join Alexis challenge and trying to keep up with him like 400 meters probably, 400 yards with the pedals. So average pace now 115, and yeah, I can do this maybe for a couple hundreds, let's see. So, but I'm glad he's doing well, feeling great, got 4 breaks, so yeah, he's ready, definitely ready, gonna finish this, and yeah, I'm glad to see a lot of his friends here. That's too fast for me, guys. Even like 116, 117 with the pedals, 400s, I'm done. 1500s for me today, that's it. I'm glad to support.
It's alright. It's not as fun anymore. It just, like, my head is alright and it just, my muscles, triceps wants to go home. Triceps is over. Кроме Тима, ему ничего не давай. Он не донатил.
I unfortunately never got to race it as a pro.
Он поздно пришел. Hey, how are you?
Once I started racing age group again after I emailed him, I'm like, well, I started racing age group.
Taking a break. Go get him, Alexis. Have fun. Someone's got music on. Yeah, awesome.
What happened? No. Okay, good. I'm not annoyed to swim.
Sorry?
I'm not annoyed to swim. I'm annoyed that my body hurts. Two more 800s.
Okay,
And then we're gonna go down to 600.
I'll do 2 more 800s with you. It's good pace.
Not as good anymore, but I'm okay. Good to see you. How was your swim?
Awesome. I'll swim next to you.
Oh, yeah. 4 hours and I'm done.
How much longer you got?
4 hours. 16k. First 16 was easy. Armpits chafing a lot.
Yeah, you
I
don't
honestly,
want to dissolve your
I
skin
honestly
in the
forgot
water.
about it.
It only gets easier from here.
I wish.
I hope you heard the Aquafit team cheering for you
Of course.
this morning.
Back to work.
Back to work.
You're doing great. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
Ready?
Oh, get him! Get him! Let go! As we sit here.
Oh, that's awesome. You're the only one who can do this, Alexi. Enjoy how incredible it is.
It gets boring.
Hey, you got pages and pages of tick marks.
I'll keep it.
You're on the second to the last page.
It's only 4.
It's like testament to the human willpower, you know? I'm well aware of his accident and everything that he's been through. And it's inspiring to see what he can do even after that. You know, when the world comes crushing down on you, you don't just give up. You persist. And Alexei is showing us what's possible. I was just trying to provide moral support, honestly, because swimming is a very solitary sport, is a very solitary endeavor, but I always feel more energized whenever I'm swimming with somebody, and I know that he's having a long day out there, so I hope I could provide some spiritual energy for him as well, even for the little fraction of time I was able to keep up with him. I was getting pretty tired after only an hour and a half. I don't know how he can do it for 10 hours. If he's at all like me, which I think he is, I'm an endurance athlete as well. I do Ironmans and all of that, and it's to me, doing these kinds of events helps you mentally, prove to yourself that the world hasn't broken you down. I wasn't actually aware that he's not entirely recovered from his injuries, so yeah, that's even more incredible that he's already here.
Start pushing about every 15 minutes.
Okay.
And how can we, are you preparing it for him?
Yeah, I'm just keeping him cold.
Okay. Put him on a rhythm, and I'll talk to you about how much we're going to push in. I think we're going to see if we can push in a little more and see if we can pull out, because you're 2/3 of the way in. Right?
I have some with caffeine.
Oh, this is Morton's 320 without the
Caffeine, no
caffeine. So we should be able to get this. We want him to drink this in an hour, or real close to.
So drink a quarter of it every 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take as much of this as you like.
Я жду, ты все, ебать, не придешь.
I thought you something. Yeah, what was it? It was a
So about every 15 minutes he wanted you to do something. And we're not going to go exact 15 minutes, but you know when you.
So second,
orange last year.
yeah.
That'll keep motivating him.
We missed time. I did sight and I smashed into the pool. But you know, there's also there's people who move in on you, and if you're looking down, you don't.
Thanks.
So I'm here to support my friend Alexei and just be a part of an amazing challenge, swimming the marathon in a 25 yards pool. I did a warm-up. I'm not feeling like fully charged today because of an allergy, but I did 2x400s, trying not to keep up with him and holding the pace 115, 117 per 100 using pedals, because with no pedals I can't swim that pace for that long, and that was a challenge for me, 2x400, and he was already halfway through by that time, so it's insanely fast pace for me. He's doing great, he feels great, he's an amazing job. Alexei used to challenge himself using different ways before, even like 2 years, using triathlon, swim, bike and run, and trying not to be on the top of the field, of the professional field, and get the best of himself. And I'm glad that he's like recovering after injury, and it's time for another challenge. So he can bike, he definitely can't run, at least for doing the same volume, but he's able to swim, and that's how he came up with the idea to swim as far as he can in the pool. And that's how he came up with the idea to swim a marathon. It's a big challenge for him, so it's gonna take like 11-12 hours. It's a lot. I would say it's like go through the full Ironman, but we don't know how his body will react during this activity. So, and it's interesting for everyone, for him, for us. I think after this, like the day after tomorrow already, he will be ready for something new and bigger and better. And we'll see him again challenging himself and showing the great example of human being.
Good here? Good here? Good here?
I mean, sore, but
Sore? Yeah. Okay. Let's just see if we can get a little release from it. It's a big party night, huh? You got all your boys in
almost
town.
party time.
That's what you want to do. Want to go out and drink some beers.
I did see. I did see. He got some Mortons and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
You'll be home in time for the Warrior game.
We will.
Show you the last.
It was my first friend we met in America. Because when I came back in 2016, so we met at the bus station, and since then we were building up the friendship. So last year, he got hit by a drunk driver, and he fractured his spine. So this challenge for him, so it means more than life. Because he always wanted to be a triathlete. He wanted to be an athlete, professional athlete. But sadly, the car accident took this opportunity from him. And I'm here to, I just want him to know that I love him, and I will always support him, whatever he does, because he always loves to do things that everybody told him not to. And then that's why I love it, because I do the same thing. I do acting. A lot of people don't believe in me, think it's a stupid idea, and I think that's why we connected. And since college, we've been like two brothers. No, I think personally that's insane. I don't know why he's doing it, but I know that he really wanted to do something, and he lost that opportunity. When your life is on the line for something that you want to do, you're going to do it the way it is. Even though, yeah, he can run, he can ride a bicycle, but he can swim. So that's why he's doing it, because he's loyal to what he loves, loyal to the sport, and he just doesn't accept the loss.
I met Alexei about 6 months ago when we started dating, and he said that he wrote me in because he originally said that he was a doctor from Russia, and he trained in medical school there, and then moved to the U.S. to do swimming and pursue his dream of becoming an athlete, and then that kind of roller coastered into wanting to do triathlons, and he told me a little bit about becoming a professional athlete, and that was a really, really cool fact about him. And then watching him swim is just such an honor to see. He told me when we first started dating, like how committed he was to swimming, and all that he wanted to do was swim, and his mom would say go to school, and he would kill all of his classes and do really well academically, but then he said he would get up in the morning before school and walk across town to go to the local swimming pool, and it was just something that he was driven to from a young age, and that motivation and ambition was something I was obviously very attracted to. And then hearing about his accident that happened about a year and a half ago, it's crazy because you look at him and you think that nothing's wrong with him, that he's not disabled, and then you see the scar on his back. When on our first date, he apologized for limping because he was in pain, and it's just crazy to see. He's in constant pain, but you don't know it from the way he acts, from the way he treats people. He's just always so kind, and so coming to here and today being his 32nd birthday and choosing to spend it to raise money for something he's passionate about, which is helping young kids develop a liking to sport and developing young triathletes, is just very motivating and very inspiring. And so he's swimming a marathon for this, and he's doing it with grace and humility, and so it's very, very inspiring to see and be around.
Yeah, let's go 400. I kind of met him on a Saturday morning right in this very corner while I was coaching a workout. He says, I'm Alexei, I want to do a triathlon. I'm like, oh, okay, so tell me a little bit more about yourself. He says, well, I'm a swimmer. And I'm like, well, have you ever run? No. Have you ever biked? No. Do you own a bike? No. And so we did have to start from the ground up on that. So I found one of our teammates who was his size, his height, which wasn't easy to do, right? To loan him a bike. And so we took him out riding for several months, got him up to pace. And then he got a pair of running shoes and started running. I wanted him to start slow, but he didn't believe me. So I think he ran a marathon within his first month or two of running. it hurt him a little bit. It hurt his legs. So he was recovering from some injuries, and so then he started to listen to this incremental growth. You don't go from starting to run to a marathon within a month. So yeah, from then on, he built his way into being a really solid triathlete, then to an accomplished triathlete, and then to a professional triathlete in a very short period of time. Highly motivated, very dedicated, great work ethic, and keeps a very positive mindset. And with all those ethics, morals, behavior characteristics, it really wanted him to share that with the community that we have here in Menlo Park, so with kids, with adults, and with our senior population. And so now he's coaching each one of those populations and really sharing his love of sport, his athlete mindset growing up, and probably for a greater portion of his life was always focused on a competitive goal to hit a certain meet, hit a certain time. And after his accident, he needed that in his life to be his direction, his more helping through his being just in recovery, but focusing on an end goal, and then going through a program, going through the training, the planning, the execution of it, and then the build up, the excitement, the drama of it, and not knowing if he could hit the distance, hit the time, how his body would react. I think it pulled his focus away from his recovery, the slowness of waiting for his biology to recover. He could put his energy on, putting his energy into what he could control, and I think that really helped him. And it allowed him to bring the whole community around him to support him. Because when you're recovering from something like this, it does feel lonely, and so this really helps that people really coming out and showing their support, not only for the way he helps and coaches the group, but also supportive of him and his recovery.
I have to go.
I'm a teammate of Alexi's on Sheeper Triathlon team. I met Alexi when he first came over to this area. He came over from Russia as a swimmer and ended up here on the West Coast. Pretty raw in his experience, but he rapidly progressed. He was a great swimmer. And he turned out to be a pretty darn good bicyclist and runner. He did well in several local races on the West Coast and earned his pro license. Things were working out pretty well when unfortunately he was in an auto accident. Alexi had a difficult time. He had a spinal cord injury, was at Stanford neurosurgery for quite some time and long rehab. And it wasn't really clear whether he would recover enough to do much. But he's a very motivated young man, and today is his 32nd birthday, and I think both as a rite of passage for his birthday, as well as a fundraiser for the youth triathlon team, he is embarking on this endeavor, which he's almost done. That's to swim a marathon. That's 26 miles. He started this morning at 6. It's now 5:26, and we guess he'll be done in another 15 minutes or so. pretty remarkable. It's an achievement. I have great admiration for Alexei and consider him both a teammate and a friend.
How's your sugars in your head?
Challenges like this are very personal. That's what gets a person through. It's a mental exercise. Yeah, it's going to hurt, but ultimately, this is what gets you through. It's kind of like life. It hurts, but you got to keep the sunny side up. So it's really great to see somebody just going for it, and especially after what he's been through. When you go through experiences like he went through, that's what stands out. It's just like, and then what it does for you mentally. I always say it's like those of us that have, gone through the trials and tribulations of life. If we're still here, I think we're here for a reason.
Final 200, and then there will be a 100s from there.
I know, I made it too.
It's absolutely an incredible day. I mean, I know he could do it, but it's something that is beyond humanity. It's like so amazing that he has such the way to swim so even and so peaceful and so relaxed and do this marathon. It's absolutely incredible. Very proud of him, and he's an amazing coach and really works with us and tries to teach us all those tricks of the trade so that we will be good swimmers. And when we see him swim, it's just fantastic. I have my own goals, and I'm working hard to achieve them. So he is definitely guiding me and teaching wonderful strokes and wonderful ways to get to meet my goals.
For the whole
Last 200. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lexi. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys. I'll just drink water.
Water? And give us some water. Nice clean, clear water. Make everyone wants to speak.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you everybody for coming and for counting and for support and for everything. Good job. What do you need? Do you need anything? Good job. It's been a tough year. But it's a good budget for sure.
So far.
That's awesome.
Can you read it?
$17,157 so far. Would you like a piece of cake? So he broke 12 hours. 11 hours, 55 minutes.
Time to beat.
Time to beat.
That was incredible. My God. Such an inspiration. Gabby got to see this. Incredible. She's a customer.
Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take some cakes. Он крутой! Крутой. Красавчик.
I'll send these to you. Amazing.
Gets more and more